Sorry.
No, I thought it was you have to assign an MC, an evaluator, and a timer. You've already got your speaker, who's me, and you got to assign the MC, who's going to lead the meeting, the timer, who's going to time me, and the evaluator who's going to evaluate me. Is that right, Peng Peng?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So we need 3 volunteers, basically.
Okay, David, you're right. Okay.
Puchan? Yeah. Now, Puchan, I think that is not Puchan, right? Forgot her name. She hasn't unnamed herself, renamed herself.
Can everybody switch on your video, then we know who you are?
No, there is a name. I'm wondering, how do you rename? How does she rename? Somebody put wrong name for her.
Who is that? Which
Puchan.
name? Puchan. Show the video, then I know who you are. I do not know who is that. To rename is easy. You go to your own video, top right hand corner. You see the two blue boxes. Click the blue box with the 3 dots right at the corner, and you'll see the drop box to say rename. Then you click the rename. You can type in the name.
She's on the phone. Is it similar on the mobile device the same way? I don't think so.
I don't know what she's on. I saw her just now.
But she was on the phone.
No, you must switch on the video, otherwise we cannot see anything.
No, she was on. It's just that she's not Puchan. The one who's on is not Puchan. Did somebody put that name Puchan on her?
Oh, no. That means Puchan shared his login ID with somebody who used it to log in. So when you register, you receive your login ID, and you can forward it to your friend who will use it. Anyway, we just proceed. I will leave this room. I'll check out another place.
All right. Okay, guys, we are all here. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, Ben Peng, we sorted it out. You're muted, Ben Peng. You're muted.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we are ready. We can go to the main room.
Okay, maybe you can visit another room. Hold on, yeah. I think some of them are not ready, so I'll move you guys to another room to check out. You are in room 4, right?
Yeah, room 4.
That's right. Okay, let me move you all around because...
No, we can do it. Okay. Yeah.
You can do it yourself?
I think
Hi, Raju. There was an issue. By going into room 2, they
Okay.
wanted to be me to be the MC there. I said that no, I have promised Raju to be the evaluator.
Excellent. So, Benpeng, from room number 4, it is we have Genter who will be introducing the speaker, Harrison, and Mr. Jeremy will be the evaluator.
Raju, you call me Jeremy, not Mr. Jeremy.
Excuse me, my language is very bad, so.
No problem.
Hi guys, I came in late and I'm a bit blurred as to what's happening.
So we just had 4 breakout rooms, and speakers, MCs, and evaluators were assigned to the 4 speakers. That's what happened till now.
So,
No.
what about the topic that they are speaking on? The presentation.
Yeah, now the 4 speakers. Benpeng, you're muted.
Team 1, have you appointed a timekeeper? Yes or no?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, we are team 1, no, David?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, we're team 1.
Who is the
Yes, we've
timekeeper?
I'm the timekeeper, Chimu.
Jimo is the timekeeper. Who is the MC?
The
Hong
lady.
Che.
Hongche is going to be the MC. Introduce the speaker. Hongche, do you have the script to introduce the speaker?
Yes, the speaker is David, right? For team 1. I'm supposed to be in team 2.
Team 1, you're right. You're team 1.
Supposed to be in team 2.
You're in team 2. Okay, so is your speaker ready?
David, are you ready?
In 1 second, just give me about 10 seconds.
Okay,
just to-
Hongche, you introduce the speaker, please.
Should
Hold on,
I
hold on,
Who's the evaluator?
just give me 1 second. Just give me
Wait.
1 second.
I should introduce the evaluator and what is the role of the evaluator before I introduce a speaker?
Okay, you got the script. Proceed, please.
Okay, our evaluator for David's speech will be Chris Irma. And what is the role of the evaluator? Chris will share with us which part of the speech David has done well, which part can be improved, and what changes he wants David to consider. The speaker tonight is David R. Haslam. There's some noise in the background. Is somebody talking? Should I continue?
Please continue.
David is a public speaker and an author since the age of 10. Over the past 45 years, he has delivered over 400 speeches and authored 6 books. And as the owner of 2 publishing companies, he has published 29 other books. David has been a Toastmaster, Rotarian, a member of several other civic and business organizations. He is currently a member of Agora Singapore and the Mars Society. The topic tonight is skills and strength, flaws and weaknesses. We all have them. The key is to know them. And if you are a big mouth know-it-all with an opinion on everything, leave it, back it up, or get the next bus out of town. What makes David who he is? He will let you know in his speech title. Who are you? Okay, the time allowed for this speech is 7 minutes. And our timer is Chimu Kuti. At 5 minutes, the green card will be flashed. At 6 minutes, the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, the red card. Let's put our hand together to welcome our next speaker, David R. Haslam.
Thank you, one and all. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, you can't get a bus out of town in Singapore anymore, so I'm flying out of here on November 4th, which is true enough. To be a good salesperson, you need to deliver a good message, and you have to be trusted and liked by the person you are selling to. Liked is debatable. Sometimes you really need something and somebody's nasty and horrible to you, but you want that thing really badly, you'll buy it despite the salesperson. That's not what I'm talking about tonight. What I want to talk about is, as a salesperson, you need to use your strengths and fight against your weaknesses and deliver a good, strong message to the customer or potential customer. Who am I? That's a fundamental question. January 1966, I was given 24 hours to live. And over those 24 hours, I suffered brain damage. Yes, I'm a brain damaged person. That's okay. There's a lot of us around. Some of us don't even know it. But I got through life. It was a struggle. I had meningitis. That's what happened to me. So my entire right side of my body, it's my left hand, the right side of my body was affected by the meningitis, and also parts of my brain that I discovered a lot later. That put me at an immediate disadvantage for sales. Because a lot of salespeople, especially the men, square-jawed, neat cropped hair, good looking, and look good from a mile away. From a mile away, I look lopsided at the best of times. But what I've had to do with that is to use my strengths. My strength is my brain power, despite the brain damage, or maybe because of the brain damage. I don't know. Using brains, you can get around anything, and you can achieve a lot of different things. So convincing people that they should buy your product and make use of your product, especially when you are the product as a consultant, is a very, very important thing to do. Years and years and years ago, I was told by a salesman that was a good friend of mine, but one of the first things you should do in a face-to-face meeting with a customer, especially if it's a one-on-one meeting with a customer, walk in the room, look at the walls of their office, look at their desk, find one or two things that you can talk about that are on that desk. I remember I actually used a technique in a sales meeting I had many, many years ago in Michigan, USA, where I lived for 30 years. I walked in this guy's desk, and I was going to be doing consulting work for him. And he had a picture of a golden retriever sat right on his desk. And whoever's making noise and got their microphone on, please turn it off. Thank you very much. Everybody mute your mics. It's very distracting for me as a speaker. Thank you. He had a picture of a golden retriever. Beautiful, wonderful dogs. My parents had one when I was a child growing up. So I said, "Oh, you like dogs, I see, and golden retrievers especially." The guy said, "Yeah, that's great. Yes, I love my golden retriever. I've had two in my life." And I said, "Oh, well, my parents had one when I was growing up. Her name was Jenny, and we used to do everything together. Great, great dog." Half an hour later, I had the project. The best one was an ex-boss of mine called Mario. I went into his office, and it was a conference room, so there was nothing to show Mario's personality at all. But he came in holding a Star Trek mug. He was dead meat. He didn't even know it. I talked to him about Star Trek for half an hour. Yeah, I got the job. And not only that, because I had a situation that I had to deal with, I couldn't start for 12 months. I said, yeah, I want the job and everything, Mario, but something's come up. This was 2 weeks after I got the job. Something's come up and I really can't start work until September. Is that okay? Sure, David, no problem, no problem. I was invited to all their training sessions. I was invited to their anniversary party and everything. So that was a key piece to all this. But you've got to know your stuff. And the real key to knowing your stuff when it's not you, because if it is you as a consultant, you better know your stuff. Really, you should. Is you've got to love the product. If you don't love the product, you cannot sell the product. I'll give you a case in point. I love Toastmasters. I really did love Toastmasters. I was a Toastmaster through and through. Bleed blood in a Toast magazine appears on the table. I was a Toastmaster in 6 different clubs at one point. I was an area governor 4 times. But not anymore. Things have changed for me in Toastmasters over the last 2 years, basically. The way they've handled and dealt with the pandemic is not to my liking. And that was where Agora came in. So that's why I'm an Agorian now, and I'm Agorian through and through. So loving the product means you can sell the product. If you don't love the product, how can you possibly tell people it's the greatest thing since sliced bread? If you don't believe it yourself, you'll never convince anybody else of that fact. Be clear, be concise, and be direct, and be honest. But you've got to love that product. If you don't, forget it. I once worked for a company where that was the case, and I didn't last long because I didn't want to last long. I moved on. Being a consultant is very, very difficult because you've got to believe in yourself. And I've had problems with depression. I've had problems with my health in the past time. And that's a very serious situation. So in summary, believe in your product, believe in yourself, and do the best you possibly can. Thank you, MC.
David, and to evaluate David's speech, I shall invite our evaluator, Chris Irma. Chris, please.
Can someone spotlight Chris?
Hi.
Wait, can someone spotlight Chris?
Hello, can you hear me?
Can someone spotlight Chris, please? I cannot find him at all.
Can you hear me?
Can?
Okay.
Where is
Can
Chris?
I speak? Can I go ahead?
Please.
Okay, so first of all, the speech was a really nice one, and I did enjoy the speech. And first, the fact that hello, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we cannot see you.
Oh, sure. Wait, let me turn on video. Hello. How about now?
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So I said like the speech was really nice. I did enjoyed it first, and also the fact that he did started with an expression before he began his speech was a good one as well. Then also the body language while delivering the speech was also good, because like this is a video, like an online session, so he still tried to manage every chances he has to show expressions with his hand and body language, and still as well try to do some eye contact, and that is nice. And also the body was nice because the body was presented with examples and also a lot of points, which made the body pretty complete because he gave examples, he gave points and everything. So yeah, it was nice as well. And his pace was good because he was not too fast, he was not too slow. and which is nice. But I think the problem while he was speaking was it was a bit cracky. I don't know if it's from his mic or the network, but his voice was a bit cracky. So sometimes there's some words that you might not really hear very well, but I believe that was the network or probably from how he was talking. I don't know. Then lastly, the conclusion was not so comprehensive, probably because of time. I guess because of time, so he couldn't give a strong conclusion or a very good one. But yeah, it was still good. But so far, so good overall. Nice presentation, nice speech, nice everything. I enjoyed it, the examples and everything. I think next time, if he has enough time and lots of time, I think the conclusion would have been more nice and strong. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Timers report.
So David took 6 minutes 32 seconds for his speech, and the evaluator, as per my timing, took 2 minutes and some 30 seconds. But I saw that there were other 2 people also timing the evaluator.
Yeah, thank you. All of you, thank you, Chimu, thank you, Hongzhe, and thank you, David. And also thank you to, who is the evaluator now? Chris, right? Okay, one important point to note, please switch on your video when you're speaking. Can you do that? So that we can see you, number one. Number two, I need all of you to help spotlight whoever is speaking. Because I was trying to spotlight Chimu, I was trying to spotlight Chris, but there are so many pages and I couldn't find them. There are 2 pages and the faces are very small. So first thing you can help is number one, switch on your video. Number two, all of you can do your part to spotlight. Do you know how to spotlight a speaker?
Don't know.
Don't know. Okay, I'll teach you right now. If you go to Raju, can you see Raju?
Yes.
Okay, now Raju, if you go to his screen, you look at the top right hand side, you see 2 blue boxes. Can you see that?
Cannot.
Cannot. Okay, I'm not sure. The rest of you, can you see the blue boxes? 2 blue boxes. Right, somebody has.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you need to put your mouse on the.
You move your cursor to the screen. Okay, now you try look for David. Can you see David?
David, yes.
Can you move your cursor to David?
Yep.
Okay, can you see when your cursor is at David's screen? Can you see the 2 blue boxes at the top right hand side?
I can't because I'm using an iPad, so I don't see the 2 blue boxes.
Okay, I think I cannot help you with iPad. We have to move on. Okay. Now, who? Dunstan is in team 2. Dunstan, your take it away with your team.
Okay.
Can spotlight Dunstan? Okay. Can someone spotlight Dunstan?
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, hi everybody. Now my team of 3 people here is number 1, the MC is Made. Made, just wave your hand, right? If you could. And then the timer is Clarissa. And the evaluator is Yasvin. So Made, can you take over now? If you look at the Made, if you look at the WhatsApp which Banteng sent, he has given the script. Just follow the script. And
is Gracie in the room? Is the speaker in the room?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen her.
Gracie has not shown up.
I think she isn't.
She isn't, right?
Okay, why don't you do room 3 first, then she may
Okay,
turn up later.
room 3. Room 3, who is in
Mother,
charge
we
of
do it
the-
later on. Mother. Okay.
I'm here. The stand
Yeah.
here. He
You are
working for
there?
me. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay.
No,
Who's that
Gracie is
speaking?
not here. Gracie is not here.
Gracie is not here.
Okay, room 3 then. Who is managing room 3? Imo, where is Imo? Can you spotlight Imo?
I'm here.
Can you spotlight yourself, Imo?
Trying spotlight. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. We have 3 people to help us with this session. Prabha will be the MC, and Momoyo Kuahara will be the evaluator, and Chong Lim as our timer. So I will give the screen control to Prabha as the MC. Prabha,
Who is your
please.
speaker? Sorry, who is your speaker?
The CK is our speaker.
Oh,
Sorry?
This
And CK Agora.
Prabha will,
Okay,
will
Aurora is in the room.
introduce the
Okay.
speaker. Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. So our evaluator for today is Momoyo-san, and the timer is Jia Chonglin. The role of the evaluator is to share his observations, which part of the speech he feels is done well, which part can be improved, is who he wants the speaker to consider. The speaker for tonight now is Mr. CK Arora, the current president of the Professional Speakers Association of India, Delhi chapter. CK is a keynote speaker, author, thought leader, happiness coach, business mentor, and outbound team building skills trainer. He is also a trained practitioner in NLP, the journey, pranic healing, and laughter yoga. CK has empowered more than 10,000 entrepreneurs and executives to achieve their goals in career, wealth, health, and happiness. CK believes that happiness at workplace, which he calls HAW, boosts productivity, retention, bonding, and morale for all employees. Laughter and positive vibes at workplace bring good luck, charm for shareholders, customers, and vendors. Executives as well as managers enjoy spending more time with their workmates, and therefore the absenteeism is low. In tonight's session, CK will talk about the 6 weeks Happiness at Workplace online program run by his Happiness Institute. CK pitches his program for large corporates at $4,000 per employee for a minimum batch of 20. Everyone present here needs HAW in the aftermath of Corona. CK, on behalf of all of us, to consider offering us a bulk discount if we can create a learning badge before we leave. The topic for his speech is happiness at workplace. The time allowed for each speech is 7 minutes. The green card will be flashed at 6 minutes, yellow at 7, and red at 8. So please welcome our next speaker this evening, CK Arora.
Unmute yourself.
You're muted.
Please.
You're muted.
You are still muted,
Still not.
CK.
Ban Peng, can you hear me?
I can hear.
Yeah, I'm here
Okay.
now.
Sorry, can I just butt in? There should be a host for this meeting. Therefore, the host is the one who controls the mute and unmute. Just now, CK was being muted by the host. I don't know who is the host. Anyway,
no.
you're unmuted now. All right. Okay.
CK, please proceed.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm bringing my PowerPoint. Can I share my screen, please?
Go ahead.
Is my screen visible to everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, finally we are here. So let's talk about happiness at workplace. Thank you very much, Prabha, for introducing me. So do you know that if you have laughter in your pocket, then your business will shoot like a rocket? And I will explain you how. So there are 3 promised outcomes from this session. The 5-step system for generating happiness for every day of your life, where the money will fall on you like the raindrops. And the promised outcome number 2, an explanation of how you can get tons of opportunities by being happy. And promised outcome 3 is a blueprint to get the true happiness, my dear friends. So my name is CK Agora. I've written this book called Lifelines, and I'm known as happiness coach. And I'm the president of Delhi chapter of PACI, like my friend introduced me. So let me go straight into the 5-step system. So this is that system. The goal of every human endeavor, the goal of every project, the goal of every education, the goal of whatever we do in life is happiness. Now, in that process of getting happiness, we go through so much stress. So I want to reverse the order. So let's start everything with happiness. And that way you get enthusiasm, you get positivity, you get better efficiency, you get better feedback, and you are in the limelight. You get lots of recognition, and that reinforces that you are on the right path because you are getting a lot of money. Now, how is it money related? So that's the second topic for the day, how happiness creates more opportunities and more money. So this is my model. So when I say happiness, I also mean happy, being smiling and being happy and being cheerful and being joyful. So all of those things get together. So if you have happiness, then you generate good chemicals in your brain that gives you immunity against all the viruses, including the corona. You are in the good mood, you forget about your pains, so you get pain relief automatically. Okay, your stress management is taken care, you behave efficiently physically and emotionally. You get permanent laugh lines on your face. See, I've been laughing for the last 50 years. See these lines. You get permanent lines on your face. So that makes your body attractive. You get a lot of charisma, you get positivity, you get charm, you get magnetism. That means you get tons of opportunities through love, romance, marriage, which means if you are earning wife or earning husband, you get more money as well. So you get a lot of, if you are a student, you get job in a campus placement. If you are already in a job, you get lots of increment and promotion. If you are in an entrepreneur, you get projects clients, alliances, marketing, sales, PR, personal branding, success. All of these mean more money. So did you get some value so far, my dear friends? Please nod your hands if you do, because I want to get full energy from you. Thank you, Rajuji. So you want to get more. Do you think you deserve to be happy at every moment of your day, every day for the rest of your life? I'm asking you a question, my dear friends. Yes, yeah, okay, good. Are you willing to partner with me to make this world a happy place? Yeah, are you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. I'm passionate about building great products, great careers, great business for my clients so that together we can make this world a better place. I have 39 years of experience in strategizing and designing innovative products and services for startups to the world's biggest brands such as Toyota Australia, AT&T, Bell South, London Electricity, Bell Process of Atlantic Canada, Treehouse Software, GTO Oman, Fujitsu, Small Gun Steel, and the next one is you, my dear friends. Are you ready to partner with me? Yeah. So if you are, then I'm going to provide you the blueprint to create the true happiness at workplace. So let's talk about happiness at workplace. So this is a 6 weeks program in which we have a 3-hour class every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 3 p.m. We can adjust the time according to whichever country you are from. Number 2, get a lot of assignments. Actually, there is theory, but better than theory is the practical. If you are applying your mind to do an assignment or case study, then you get the full absorption in your mind about the concepts. And then there are 6 weeks happiness activities program which are delivered through WhatsApp. So in this first week, we consider these topics. And then in second week, we consider the happiness at different locations of the corporate happiness initiative for all the functional teams and happiness as an organizational strategy. And in week 3, we discuss discovering happiness in your own team or your family as well, reinventing the roles and responsibilities so that the happiness quotient comes out along with the emotional quotient and spiritual quotient. Week 4, we modify the organization culture itself. We create a happiness culture. Like you must have heard that in Bhutan, which is the number 2 country in the world to have the maximum happiness. So what they do is they measure the gross happiness product, GHP, right? Rather than measuring the GDP. So interpersonal group communication will be their principles of team productivity will be implemented, and happiness with respect to the cross-functional team will be taught in the week 4. And week 5, we cover the positive psychology and laughter as a breather exercise, as the entertainment, or as a fitness regime. We are going to discuss case studies and games and activities on the weeks because we have given the assignments earlier. Now it's the time on week 6 to evaluate your performance in these case studies, my dear friends. Not only that, we go and meet in the week 7 as well for a live bonus class. And this is where we get a chance to recapitulate, assimilate, narrate, and celebrate with energy so that I can see whether you grasp the whole concept that I am teaching you. And then it will be 2 hours happiness blueprint program also, which will be given as a bonus. And bonus number 3 is 1 day inbound or outbound training, team building training, which is totally free of cost. If you live in my country, or you can fly in, or I can come to your place if you just give me the plane tickets. And then bonus 4 is preparing you to lead the happiness blueprint. I will train you to be a trainer in the happiness because I want you on my side, because together we want to make this world a happy place. So in total, the program is giving you a value of $3,000, the potential to contribute into the growth of your own organization and boost in your own health and well-being. So
time's up. CK.
Thank you, CK. Thank you. We now invite our timekeeper, Gia Chong Lim, to present the timer's report.
Yeah, hi. I stopped the timer at 7 minutes and 39 seconds. Thank you very much for the speech.
Thank you. We now invite our evaluator, Momoya-san, to present for the speech evaluation. The time allowed is 2 minutes.
Can someone spotlight the evaluator, please?
May I request CK to unshare the screen?
Can you spotlight the evaluator? Who is the evaluator?
Momoya.
Oh, Momoya. Okay, let's spotlight Momoya. Hold on. Are you spotlighted? Yeah, spotlighted.
She has been
Okay.
spotlighted. Momoya, you can start with your evaluation.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Arola. It was such a energetic speech with lots and lots of body language, body movement. You were walking all around the screen, and also lots of invitation for the audiences to engage, to raise hands, and to come in to engage in dialogue. And also, I learned many techniques about selling products, such as you've also noted the worth of each of your sessions in dollars. That gave me a sense that, gosh, I'm really getting the worth of what I'm paying. It's more than with a dollar that I'm paying. And also, the mention of the final bonus. I thought that was a great technique. It really, that in addition gave me the sense that I'm really seizing this wonderful opportunity to get more than I could ever wish for. And one additional thing that was convincing was that you gave all these company names. So some of them were familiar, but I thought it would be even more convincing if you can give one or two examples of how things improved specifically in these companies that we know. And we will be even more willing to buy your course for our company. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll share that in the group.
Thank you so much, Momoya. Now I would like to invite you for the evaluation of time report.
Yeah, exactly 2 minutes. Good job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Momoya, and thank you, Prabha.
Oh, Dunstan, Gracie is in the room. I think Gracie can, your team can be ready. Gracie, are you in the room, Gracie?
Yes, hello. Sorry, I'm a bit.
Okay.
Let me introduce my team. The person who's going to MC the section is Made. The timer is Clarissa. And the evaluator is Yasvin. And Made, you ready to take over? Made? Yep.
Yeah, actually, I'm still confused with the role. Can someone replace me? Because, yeah.
You did look at the WhatsApp there. In the WhatsApp, the Ban Peng has written out the script for you.
I just found it, but
follow that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh.
Just read the script. You got it?
Gracie, switch on your video, Gracie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I had it off. Thanks for the reminder, Bante.
Thank you.
We got it, Mane?
I'm still confused. Can you replace me? Sorry, I'm not get used to this script.
You just have to read the script.
And who is the speaker?
Gracie. You see, this is, never mind, I'll talk about it later on in terms of the organization of the WhatsApp. There are too much information there. That's why you have difficulty. I am actually searching on mine as well. I'm having difficulty in looking for it because it's all over the place. But there's a very detailed script somewhere.
Made, do you have the script or do you not have the script?
I just found from David, script for David.
Okay, I'll send you Gracie's script then.
Send now, send now.
Okay, okay.
VP, you can send it on the chat room, on the chat feature so that Made can.
Send it in WhatsApp, send it in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah,
The salesperson, the WhatsApp group, the pro salesperson is there already.
I
Okay,
have
okay.
put a message. You can click on that link.
Okay, okay.
Made.
Already. Thank you, thank you. So I just read the sorry, which part from the beginning or?
Okay, you introduce the speech, the speaker, Gracie.
Okay.
So you appoint two evaluators.
Okay.
There's no such thing as two.
Okay.
You appoint the evaluator, which is already appointed, is Yasvin. Okay.
Okay, I'll try.
But now you introduce the speaker.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Yes.
The next speaker tonight is Gracie Waltono. Gracie has been in public speaking for 4 years and has recently represented 3 countries in the
Agora. Yeah.
international competition, where she has emerged first, second, and third place across 3 different categories. Gracie argues that despite being a lesser-known subject, the importance of negotiation cannot be overstated. Negotiation holds the key to getting ahead in the workplace, resolving conflicts, and creating value in contracts. When disputes arise in business and personal relationships, it's easy to avoid conflict in an effort to save the relationship. So why don't more people know about it? In tonight's session, Gracie will talk about the importance of encouraging, implementing, and practicing effective negotiation in everyday circumstances. She will show us the basic of the skill and how we can establish this is our personal lives. The topic for his speech is negotiation action. The time allowed for each speech is 12 minutes. Please welcome our next speaker this evening. Sorry, the time allowed for each speech is 12 minutes. At 6 minutes is the green card will be flashed. At 7 minutes, yellow card, and 8 minutes, red card. When the red card is flashed, the speaker has 30 seconds to end this speech. Please welcome our next speaker this evening, Gracie Waltono.
Thank you very much for that, Made. Life is a series of negotiations. You negotiate all day, every day, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. When was the last time that you personally negotiated? I want all of you to take a short time and reflect on that. Was it when you started a new job or got a new promotion? Or was it more recent than that? Perhaps in an email or at a meeting? When you stop to think about it, we are always negotiating. When I first heard of the term 2 years ago, I thought of my mother in the market. This much for a bag of that size? I could get a better deal from the store next door. After I finished Mad Men, I thought of negotiations as rich people in nice suits, all together in a room, discussing over whiskey which small island to purchase and for what price. I've come to realize along the way that negotiation is many things, and both these ranges are correct. Negotiation is most often thought of in terms of big, one-time events like contracts, compensation, or benefits, but in reality, we negotiate every single day. These smaller, everyday negotiations serve as good practice for when something much bigger comes up, like closing a trade deal or selling that house. The only difference is that between them, everyday bargains happen without fanfare, while we tend to put more pressure on ourselves for the big ones. If I don't settle this deal, I'll be in trouble. What if my client doesn't choose to buy this house? The negotiation, honestly, simply put, is a compromise. Two or more parties come together, they have a discussion and reach an outcome that addresses the needs of everyone involved. It sounds much less threatening when it's put like that. Wouldn't you agree? Well, that's because it doesn't have to be intimidating at all. In fact, the opportunities that you miss out on if you don't learn the skill are far scarier. For instance, one of my favorite examples of negotiation in a real world or business context is the TV show Friends. When you first look at Lisa Kudrow or Jennifer Aniston and the rest of the cast, you might not go, oh, wow, look at them negotiate. Top-notch business figures. But at the height of the program's popularity, they banded together to pull off an unprecedented salary negotiation. David Schwimmer originally took a long, hard look at his odds of success of going into negotiations alone. But because he was a smart man, he decided not to. See, all these actors were uniquely close and accustomed to working together under high pressure. Each one had different leadership styles that would be useful in a negotiation. If they negotiated individually, studio executives could pit them against one another. Why should I give you a raise if this person is okay with the salary they have? Why should I give you a raise when your coworkers are putting in more hours than you? No. Instead, David Schwimmer correctly assessed that a strong team comprised of the entire cast would be better for everyone in the long term. And in fact, they walked away with $1 million each per episodes for the final 2 seasons, which aired from 2002 to 2004. The initial salary was only $200,000. So you can see that it's 5 times increase. So effective negotiation can even make you rich. In my opinion, this is one of the most important skills to have because it's also one of the easiest to cultivate. Leadership, communication, you really can't do that without negotiation. So stop to think about that even further. If you want to survive in a corporate environment, or if you want your business to survive, it's super important to know how to negotiate. Because let's face it, your job, my job, everyone's job is always just one bargain away from a better position, or one bargain away from being demoted. There's always an opportunity cost to everything. Could you imagine thinking about Friends again, losing out on a deal like that simply because you never stepped forward to try? Could you imagine being David Schwimmer and deciding, maybe it's better I don't negotiate my salary. Maybe it's better if I settle with 200,000. It's already 6 figures. And losing out on that $1 million win. The importance of negotiation skills cannot be overstated. And that's why as a business skill, negotiation is here to stay. People are lightning quick to point out all the great qualities a leader can have, but I've never heard negotiation on that list before. By understanding why it is important and prioritizing having good negotiators on your team, you create the perfect environment for growth. So consider the way you emphasize your point of view when you speak. Ask open-minded questions to prompt discussions. Frame statements in a way that acknowledges the other person's point of view and emphasizes how it could possibly benefit them. Avoid negative statements such as, you might not agree, but, as this sets up the other person to be contradictory. So start today. What are you waiting for? There are multiple very helpful tips and tricks online, and they're just one Google search away. So raise your hands right now if you are willing to Google search negotiation tips and tricks so you can boost and further your career. I'd like to see a show of hands. Yeah, I see a few. Negotiation isn't always easy, but it does become less intimidating when you realize just how often you do it. When you tell your mom, I want to spend just 5 more minutes in bed, and then I'll get up, I'll be all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. When you ask your teacher, is it all right if I have just 2 more marks on this? When you deal with that seller at a store, those are all examples of everyday negotiations. And if you practice them, quick thinking and decision-making will come comfortably to you with a back and forth style of dialogue, and it'll simply flow. Think of all the times you successfully negotiated, and you will have the confidence to tackle your next big negotiation with ease. So, once more, raise your hands right now if you promise yourself to let yourself negotiate with greatness the next time an opportunity presents itself. All right. And remember, negotiation doesn't have to be scary. Negotiation can be fun. So try it out. Thank you very much. And back to you, Wenfeng.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gracie. Now we invite Shona to present the timer's report.
No, not Shona. Who is the timer for your?
Clarissa.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Now we
yeah,
invite Clarissa to present timer report.
Can
Yes,
you
so
spotlight
thank you,
Clarissa?
Gracie, for your speech. Yeah, you made good use of your time. Your speech was about 7 minutes and 47 seconds long. Thank you.
Thank you, Clarice.
Thank you. Now we now invite Yasvin, sorry, to Yasvin to present his speech evaluation. The time allowed is 2 minutes. At 1 minute, the green card will be flashed. At 1 minute 30 seconds, yellow card, and at 2 minutes, red card. Okay, take your time.
Thank you, Mare. Dear Agora family and dear Gracie, what an amazing speech highlighting on the importance of negotiation. You're right in pointing that today we are focusing on leadership skills, communication skills, while overlooking negotiation when we do it every time throughout the day. That was a brilliant way of starting your speech, making a statement, and then you gave examples. You transitioned with that when your mom was bargaining, and you gave a solid example of how we negotiate. Then you went into the definition, and most importantly here, you clarified that negotiation is not something intimidating. Thereafter, you drew parallels with the movies, Friends, a set of movies, I believe, or a series, I don't know. And you even showed examples of how negotiation works. That was brilliantly done, Gracie. My personal suggestion to you is how to make it even more impactful and effective. It would be, Gracie, to highlight on that aspect that negotiation is something that comes with a win-win situation. Even though you showed a win situation with the bargaining, negotiation is just more than bargaining. I would invite you to please highlight on the win-win aspect on negotiation. Also, I would have loved to see more examples of effective negotiation when the person is not in a position of power. It can happen to you or to any other person For example, at school, in a position of power, your principal, how you negotiate as a student to get some advantage, say, for example, to organize an event, community event, and they get you a certificate. This is an example of you negotiating with someone in power, and you get that person to convince them to do something beneficial. It happens also at the workplace. How does someone at the lowest rung of the ladder negotiate effectively with higher management to get something done, and it results in a win-win situation. Otherwise, Gracie, I believe it was a brilliant speech with the key lessons highlighted each and every time, and I believe the audience has been able to retain the gist of your lesson. Congratulations, and wish you a successful career where you negotiate effectively. Back to you, Timer.
Thank you very much, Yashvin.
Thank you, Yasmin, for the evaluation. Timer, please give the report.
Larissa.
So Yashvin, your evaluation lasted a bit more than 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you. Next will be, thank you, Gracie. Thank you, Dunstan. Thank you, Made. And thank you, Clarissa, right? Thank you. Now is a team 4, which is Raju's team. Raju, can you introduce
Thank
the team?
Thank you, Ben Peng. We have the most fantabulous, fantastic, and fun-loving team. Group number 4. Now, to introduce that group, we have a team where the MC will be Ginta, India, and the speaker will be Harrison, and evaluator will be Jeremy, and timer will be myself. So speakers, please keep your eyes on me.
Wait, who are the people? Let me spotlight them. Who are the people in your team?
Yeah, Ginta.
Genta,
all the
can
way
you
from
spotlight? Can we spotlight them?
Indonesia.
Genta. Okay, Genta. Okay.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else?
And Harrison, who
Harrison
will be the
is
speaker.
spotlighted. And evaluator?
Jeremy.
Jeremy. Okay, hold on. Let me spotlight. Okay. Hold on.
So over to you, Genta, to start the session. You have to unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone. Tonight, the speaker tonight will be coming from Madagascar. Tarata Harrison is currently ambassador of Agora speaker in his country. Majoring in communications, Harrison has been involved in public speaking for 3 years in his country. He has provided training, guidance, and helped to over 300 youth in his country, and helping more than 15 organizations and NGO every year. Harrison knows that expressing your ideas and getting yourself to be understood in daily challenge. However, he witnessed how communication skills can resave one's life. From our financial well-being into our bonds with people, communication is the key to improve in any area in our life. Harrison will show us how we can improve dramatically our speaking and communication skill through simple lessons acquired. Just a moment. I'm so sorry. So creating I lost it. So sorry. Just a second. So today, Harrison will show us how we can improve dramatically our speaking communication skill through simple lessons acquired during this journey of communications, all combined into his workshop, Communicative Efficiency. The topic for his speech tonight is communicative efficiency. So the time will be, each speech is 7 minutes. Please, Harrison.
Okay, so hi everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Can you hear me good? If you can hear me good, please show us your teeth. Okay, so I woke up yesterday realizing that today will be the session that we will have this training on how to become a professional salesman. And I was appointed to have a speech, but what can I share to people that are over my age, have much more experiences than me in terms of sales? And I was like, no, I don't have that much content on salesmen, but what I do have is my gift for today. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Harrison. I'm 21 and I'm from Madagascar. Today, I'm going to share with you a secret pack filled with 5 tools that will help you to become a better communicator. Why is it important that we have to become a better communicator? Because whatever bonds you want to create, whatever sales you want to make, whatever clients you want to make, you have to become a better communicator. So I'm sure that we have all experienced this time when we tried to tell something to people around us, but we felt like we weren't understood. We have all tried to sell in something and it ended up not being good. Why? Is that because we are some kind of extraterrestrial being? Or is that because we are coming from Mars? It isn't. Actually, it is because sometimes we don't know anymore how we can communicate with people. So today I've brought with you 5 gifts that how you can become a better communicator. So first, the first gift is one of the most important. It is, if you want to be listened to, you have to listen first. We have to become a better listener. We have to listen actively. Because sometimes when we are listening to people, we are listening only to reply. I can tell one story. Once I talked with my little brother, and he's now 15, and he told me about his day at school. And as he was speaking, I wasn't just focused, I already imagined what am I going to say next. And that one time, and he said, are you even listening to what am I talking? And what am I telling? And I said, yes, of course I'm listening. You seem, and he replied, you seem not there. I was like, but I am, I'm listening to you. And in fact, the more we listen to reply to people, the less likely we will get really close to that person. And the thing is, it also applies to business. Do we really know our customers, or are we just trying to sell our products? If we can't get to know our clients better, we won't sell anything. So how can we get to know someone better? Is listening to them, and listening not just to reply, but listening actively. My second gift today is also related to understanding the person better. The second gift is to notice body language, because we all know that body language and nonverbal communication represent more than 70% of all the communication. From a smile that we make, from the look that the person has on their face when they are talking to you, from the way that they react when you speak, the small details of hidden features that reveals us how is the person feeling. Do we really care to look at what this subtle signals tells us, sometimes we do not. And when we are trying to sell a product, we have to closely look at how is the person reacting? How is the prospect reacting? Are they just listening to me just out of politeness, or are they really interested in what I'm saying? If they are not, I can redirect the way I am selling. So you have to first listen to your client, and second, really notice body language. The third and gift for today lies in something that is as old as history. Einstein said that if you can't explain it to the 6-year-old, it is that you don't understand it yourself. And what I am about to tell you now seems a bit controversial, but it is actually true. There is power in simplicity. If you want to create a bond with your customers, don't get dragged into telling too much details. Just show us the simple details, the essential. You have to learn to say the right things in a short period of time. Okay, so you have power in simplicity. People are overflowed with details, so just go for what is supposed to be said. The next gift is what feels social media right now. This is why social media like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube are now really successful, is because they tell stories. As a salesman, you have to know how to create stories to sell your product. As a person, if you want somebody to remember what you are going to say, you have to tell stories. And this, my friend, is a skill set. You have to learn that. That is not just born natural. And the fourth gift for today has made history. What is the thing that makes people create actors in history? Like, for example, Martin Luther King has changed history because he knew how to drag people. How you can drag people is when you speak with confidence. How can we acquire confidence? We can acquire confidence just by speaking with passion and confidence. If you don't have confidence, you can fake it until you can make it. And this is a skill that we have to learn. And the last thing that I'm going to share with you today is how we can use all of these skills together. Because as a salesman or as a person, you have to use closely all of the skills in order for us to really sell the product. But also, you have to really use these skills to be a better communicator. So my question is, to wrap all these things up, is how are you going to become a better listener? How are you going to become a better person who notices body language? How can you use power in simplicity? How are you going to tell stories? And how are you going to speak with confidence? Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is a question for you to respond in order to become a better salesman. Thank you. Back to you, Raju. Back to you, Kenta. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Harrison. We invite the evaluator, Mr. Jeremy, please.
Yeah, thank you, Jenta. Could I have the timer's report, please?
Oh,
Yeah,
Raju was the time.
Harrison, Harrison has took a time of 8 minutes, 3 seconds.
Thank you, Raju. Thanks. Oh, that was a wonderful speech, Harrison. I really enjoyed it. In my opinion, you spoke and communicated quite efficiently. Being your topic, you were confident, relaxed, and you had a good command of the English language. That's the most important thing if you want to speak and communicate efficiently. You gave lots of points to us on developing good habits to speak efficiently. One point I liked very much was listening actively, to listen to people actively, right? So that means that you have to have eye contact with the person and listen actively and show that you understand what that person is going to say. And another point that you highlighted was understand the person. To better, you have to look at the subtle signals that the person that you're speaking to or the person who's speaking back to you displays. You have told us how to tell stories to sell products. Anything that you want to sell, you have to tell stories about it and be passionate about what you are going to sell. So you gave some good points to us to learn how to sell and communicate efficiently your thing. So it was a very clear message that you gave in the shortest possible amount of time. Communicate efficiently is to give a clear message in the shortest amount of time. But I think you took your time a little bit more than what was allocated, but we have got a very clear message. Very well done, and I wish you all the best to communicate efficiently. Over to you, Raju.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Janita, over to you, Janita. Sorry.
It's all right. Thank you, Jeremy, for your idea. Now we invite the timekeeper to present his report.
Yeah, Jeremy has 2 minutes, 26 seconds.
Thank you, Raju.
Thank you, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, give yourself a round of applause. Excellent work. As you can see, the people in this room, we are all at different levels of development, of expertise in selling, and even very different level of expertise in technology. Among us, we got many dinosaurs and we have a big issue, right? But now we come to the next stage where we have 35 minutes to go into the breakout rooms and to discuss the learning experience, to discuss what actually are each speaker selling. Were they successful? Would you buy? Would you do what you asked them to do? Were they effective? And what could be done to make it even more effective? Okay, so now we'll go to the 4 breakout rooms again, and the team leaders will be there. 4 breakout rooms. Let's try again. Can you all go into your breakout room? and then we can get started. Each breakout room should have one speaker. Charan, can you move to your breakout room, Charan? You click. Can you click this at the bottom of your screen, breakout room, and you join? There's at the bottom, there's an icon for breakout room. Can all of you go to your breakout room? Genta also, Chloe, Kimal.
Being sorry, I'm still driving. Can I just stay here?
You can. All you have to do is, if you want, you just click, you go into your breakout room.
Okay, can
You don't, yeah, you just click on that icon and then you click.
Okay, thank you.
Volunteers. One volunteer to record down the minutes of our meeting, to record our discussion, and then later post it on the chat group. Number two, we need a representative to present our findings and our conclusion later in the big group. May I ask for 2 volunteers?
Lois can volunteer to record.
Okay, to write down the points.
Yeah, and then maybe Lynn can volunteer to speak 7 minutes. Can do that?
Okay.
Yeah, now I leave the room. You discuss what are the learning experience, whether it works, the salesperson successful or not. Okay. All 4 salesperson are the lessons to be learned from all 4. I'll go to another room. Please proceed.
One thing before you leave. We have our speaker number 1 here, David.
Right.
Are we supposed to discuss about his speech?
Yes, of course. And he got a chance to learn directly from you.
Okay.
All of you are be honest, be brutal. Don't be too kind, and then people learn nothing. Okay, what doesn't work, you must tell him. Be very clear what is he selling. Right? Does he have enough time to, if it's not clear, you tell him, I do not know what you are selling. Or are you buying? If you're not buying, tell him exactly why you're not buying. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Not really in person.
Okay. Are we, Ban Peng, we're doing a general evaluation of all the 4 speakers, is it?
You're on mute.
Unmute.
The focus is to share the learning experience. So what did we learn? You have to start with, look at the 4 speakers. First question is, would you buy?
Yeah,
would you buy what they're selling? Do you know what are they selling?
All right.
And then from there, build on it to see what can be done better. Or what are the sales technique you want to impart to them, for example. Okay, I'll leave this room. I'll leave it the safe hands of Dunstan. And be very brutal. Don't be kind, okay? Otherwise, they learn nothing.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't downloaded WhatsApp yet.
Oh, okay. So how do we communicate then?
Oh, probably I can download WhatsApp after this.
Yeah. So what you can do is you can search for happiness coach CK Arora on the Google, and you will get my contact details.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you can just you can share the website. I think somebody has already shared it in the chat
Yes.
room before.
It was in the chat room.
Yes.
But
Well,
it
shall
again
we
here.
proceed?
Sorry.
We have task to choose a representative from our team to make a written report. But before that, let's ask everybody about their feedback and let's assign who will be the representative. The representative will have to post a written and oral report for 7 minutes.
I don't know why. Is that okay here?
Yeah.
Thank you, No. And thank you, Imong.
Thank you.
Okay, the purpose is to discuss the 4 speakers. They are salesmen. Your first question, your answer is, would you buy? If you buy what they are selling, they are effective. If you do not buy, then they are not effective. Okay, so that's the first test. Then you discuss what technique did they use. Did it work? Which technique work? Which technique doesn't work? How to make it even better? That is the purpose. Now, one of you will have to be a representative after the breakout room to do a 7 minutes presentation. Okay, select one person to be the representative to make the 7 minutes presentation of your learning experience. And one of you will be in charge of writing down the notes of your discussion so that you can share it in the Agora chat group. Okay, we have a chat group for this so that everybody can learn. Now, each group look at the situation from different perspectives and you learn different things. Okay, you need not only give feedback to one speaker, for all the 4 speakers, ask yourself, what do you learn from them? What technique did they use? What sales technique didn't work? Right? And what would you recommend they do? Okay, so that is a challenge for you. I'll leave Imong and Nu and of course CK to help work on this. I'll leave the room and then I'll visit another room. Okay, you're good to go? Okay, choose the representative, choose your secretary to keep the notes.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that was something I observed, and he doesn't smile when he speaks, which is not a plus point, right? Which is not a plus point for the, like when you're very enthusiastic, when you're very receptive, your other person also could be, you cannot get angry at Harrison, right? With the beautiful smile he has got. So this is, see Trisha, how she's smiling. Like you always feel energized being with that sort of people, right? So that is something he would have done. And did he give any specifics, any his own experiences? Because when you speak about, give your personal example, it adds more credibility, right? Did he?
And even more so with consulting, you've really got to be confident in yourself as well as what you're selling, as well as just well-being. So I guess I failed on that.
So this is the first question.
Okay,
First
so
point.
about the effectiveness, I feel that David has been effective because you use yourself as an example. You tell everybody about your personal experience. And you also demonstrated how you overcome your shortcomings by being confident and knowing your product. So that message was clear. And to me, that is effective, that we must know ourselves and know our strength in order to present ourselves well. Right?
Thank you. Thank you.
So effectiveness is there. Sales technique applied. Anybody want to suggest anything? Ben Winner, you have any comment?
Bang Peng, you
okay, let me interrupt. Are you clear exactly what is David selling? What does he want?
At first, no, but now he explained, I'm very clear.
Okay, that means fail. At first, no means fail. In the sales presentation, it must be very clear exactly what you're selling. If I've got to ask you to clarify, you are not a good salesman. That's not effective because I will not buy because I do not know what you're selling. Okay,
Bang
so I
Peng,
want you to be very brutal.
Bang Peng,
yeah.
Bang Peng, let me say something though. I had no idea what you wanted me to present until I got into the room, until you started your presentation.
That's okay.
That was not my speech I was intending. So
yeah.
That's
okay, David. This is a learning experience. It's not a reflection of how bad you are or how good anyone is. Okay, the lesson to learn is you have to be prepared to sell at any time, whether you are meeting somebody in the lift or meeting somebody in the bus, you must sell. So first question I ask all of you is, did David sell himself well? Do you know him? Do you trust him? Do you believe him? Does he seem reliable? So that is one test that he must pass. If he doesn't pass that test, then
can I say something?
Yeah, wait, I want to leave the room. I'll tell you what else you need to do. You need to ask this not only of David, there are 4 speakers. So don't spend the whole time on one person. If you can give him one area for improvement, it's already very good. You cannot learn everything in one night. You're going to come each time, you just learn a little bit more. Okay, try not to cover the entire syllabus because the syllabus is endless. So focus on 2 things. Did the speaker sell himself? Do you believe him? Is he trustworthy? Is he reliable? Right? Do you like him? That's the first test he must pass for all 4 speakers. Then you move on to, do you know exactly what is he selling? What is the price? What is the feature? Right? What are the benefits? Would you buy it? If you wouldn't buy, the speaker failed. And then what recommendation would you give? Right? What sales technique did he use? Okay, so these are the things I want you to be honest. I want you to be brutal. Otherwise, your friends cannot learn. If you are too kind and you tell them all the wonderful things, then you may not help them very much. Can do that?
So are we asking about effectiveness?
Effectiveness, it must be effective. Effectiveness means, do you believe in David? Do you think you can rely on him? Do you trust him? If yes, that is effective. Would you buy the product he's selling you or the service or whatever? If you would buy, he is effective. Otherwise, he is not effective. He failed. Okay, and that's not only David, all the speakers, you have to address the same issue. And you don't have a lot of time, you limit your discussion and you got to move on because in another 20 minutes, we have to leave the breakout room. And somebody got to write notes, somebody got to present your findings. Can we do that?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
So
about negotiation of...
No, it's okay. It's okay. Genda, you have any comments?
I love the topic about what she presents today about negotiations, because all the time, even we are in the family or in the business, that we need negotiate about that. And the input that she put also the way how she presents the topic. It's really live and exciting.
We are running out of time. Do you still need more time? I will check
we need 5 more minutes. We need 5 more minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll go to
minutes.
the other room and check them out.
Sure. Okay. I will. What I like in Grace's speech is she started with a question.
He was selling the whole happiness concept and how happiness is important in business and in a business space. And then the last one, Harrison, was the power of speech and the power of being able to speak in a sales environment with a clear voice and a clear message. So that was my take on the 4 speeches. So, but
yeah,
I defer to other people.
Yeah, aside from you and Gracie, I want to talk about I don't know his name also, the happiness coach, CK or something.
CK Aurora.
Yeah, I think he was pretty clear. I think he was kind of prepared because at some point he also talked about his club or something like that, and trying to convince people to come to his club. So I think he was one of the person that was clear, and I was clear about what he was really selling. I was clear about everything he was saying because he talked about his club, his book, everything. Also tried to fish in his book into his speech, and also he tried to put his club also into his speech and try to draw people to go get the book and join his club. So it was obvious he was selling what he was doing, right? Which is the happiness, I don't know, happiness, whatever club, and the book he wrote as well. So yeah.
Chris, interrupt you. Can you tell me what is CK selling?
Yeah, I think because I was listening to his speech, so he was talking about his book and he was talking about happiness. He was talking about happiness.
Is he selling his book or is he selling his training program? What is he selling?
I think it's
I would
training
say
program.
his training program. His training program.
Okay, would you sign up for his training program?
Yeah, with his whole expression and how bold he was, I would say I would sign up if I want to. Yeah, because he was.
No. Don't say if you want to, Chris. Just answer the question. He is the salesman now in front of you. He's selling you his training program. Would you buy it? That is the test.
Yes, I would give it a try because he was bold and confident.
Okay, good.
In his first place.
Okay, good. The rest of you, you're going to decide because the test is really would you buy it, right? Would you do what he asked you to do? If you would, how much? Do you know how much is he charging you, Chris?
I'm not sure of the specific amounts.
1,000.
Well,
okay. In any sales,
the cost is 1,003, I think.
Yeah, in
But
any
there's no
sales,
bonuses given.
you must be very clear what's the price you're going to pay, right? If you don't even know, then definitely unlikely that a person will buy, for example, right? So in order to help the speaker, you must be honest, you must be brutal. If it doesn't work, tell him it doesn't work and tell him why. If you make him happy today and say, oh, wonderful, so wonderful, I will buy, but actually you will not buy, then you're not helping him.
Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Sorry, just now did I say his program was 1,003?
No, I think he did not have time to finish.
No, I saw that his program actually have he showed 1,003. There are how many weeks? 7 weeks or 4 weeks? I can't remember. But there are bonuses given.
Okay.
So at the end, how much will that be? I have no idea.
Because he did not have time to finish his speech.
Okay, then that's an important learning experience that if you want to be a salesman, you must know how much time you're allowed to make your sales presentation, and you must succeed within the time allowed. It's either you pass or you fail. As a professional salesperson, you cannot go back to your boss and say, I'm so wonderful, but they didn't give me enough time. That is a fail. Okay. So be brutal, like I say, you want to help a person, you got to be brutal, you got to be honest. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If he's not prepared, he's not prepared. Okay. So we are running out of time. How much more time do you think you need?
You tell us how much, what time we have to get back, because you gave us
Now
the,
we are already late already.
no, you gave us 35 minutes. What time
Yeah.
did we pick up?
The
Now
last
it's
time you were in the room bank, Peng, you said we have 20 minutes left. And I
Okay.
started the timer, and according to you, we got about 5 minutes left.
5 minutes. Okay. Then we end 5 minutes from now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
But anyway, we have it, and can I, Van Peng, do I select somebody to be our representative?
Yes, you select
Yeah,
one
okay.
representative to go and speak to present
Okay.
your findings and your recommendations, and then
Okay,
a representative
okay.
to be the secretary to write down the main points and post into the chat group so that others can learn as
Can
well.
I ask Gracie, can you be the secretary?
Of course.
Just take down the notes. Huh? Write on a piece of paper. Anybody else can write down just write down the note what the evaluator says, so that we can just take down the notes. And who else can be? Who wants to be the general evaluator for our group?
Okay, you got 4 more minutes before we go back to the main room.
Oh my God.
Either Alvin, no.
What about the ones that Nurul, you mentioned earlier, right? Or do you have anything from there? Nurul,
Yes. ma'am.
go ahead.
Okay, as for me, for the first speaker, it was really, it's a firing speech. I really love the energy and the laughter. It really makes my day, to be honest. And that's it. Actually, to be a salesperson, I think that's the quality that Mr. Seiki has already, which is really makes him who he is now, you know, a coach. And I agree with Momoyo saying it's very engaging and very well thought, as he's been coaching many people and also corporates. So yeah, I think we can learn a lot from him on how to and you know what, the point that I got the most from his is happy and then money, you know, that's it. Happy equals money.
Okay, let me interrupt you.
Okay.
No, you got
Yeah.
another 2 minutes. We are going back to the meeting room, the main room.
Sure. Sure.
Who is a representative is going to present a 7-minute speech on your findings and your recommendations?
That will be me, sir.
Okay, who is going to be the secretary to record this stuff and post the update into the chat group?
It's Pochan.
Pochan, right? Pochan, you keep the record, you post into the Agora WhatsApp chat group.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm leaving now. Yeah, we are going to end the meeting in another minute or so from now.
Okay.
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 Nurul, then it's your job